Hey guys, welcome in to Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny and I am here with an energy update. I ask that you please bear with me. My voice sounds really awful right now. I either have the worst allergies I've ever had or got hit with like this awful cold. Um, that's why I haven't been on the last couple of days. I lost my voice, I had the sore throat. It's been bad. So I've been spending a lot of time sleeping and resting, and it just figures, when you have like this long, mile-long list of things to do, that you get hit with something that takes you out and puts you down for a few days, and then it makes you really kind of sit there and I think, do I really need to do this? What are the most important things on my list today? What necessarily has to be done? And it's quite actually amazing to find out that a lot of the stuff on my list wasn't that important. It can be put off to another day. It can be done in one day. It's not like the end of the world if it doesn't get done. I think, I get into my own head a lot about having to get everything done at this time, the way that I wrote it down on my schedule. And if I break out of like what I had set for myself, then I'm disappointed in myself. So it's kind of something that I'm working through as well. And sometimes I think when you get sick or something like this happens, it's like a little bit of like a wake up call from spirit, even. Slow down, reprioritize what's important to you and what needs to be done right now. And I feel like right now, spirit just really wants me to rest. So, but I did feel called to doing a message and pulling some cards, just a small little one today, because I feel like there's something that needs to be said. So, the first card we got out is pleasant message, good news. Good news coming in, something pleasant, something that will brighten the day. There's a little heart on there. It says number 50. Good news. What's the good news, Spirit? Any indication of what the good news is? Well, this came in reverse. So it says playing games with you, mind games, lies, attempts to disempower, manipulation, intimidate, knowing how to outwit, influence, control, narcissistic personality, number 68. But it came in reverse. So at the bottom of the deck, we have energy shift, which is number 37. I'm getting like there's a person. I feel like this is a person that we talked about in the last video I put up. I feel like this person had an energy shift. Or maybe you did. But with this card in reverse, I feel like the pleasant message coming through is someone that may have been giving you grief or a lot of problems, had a change of heart. I think that they had a shift in their vibration and are now seeing things from a new perspective in regards to you. And this is funny because audibly I was channeling, I wrote it down, and I figured I'd pull it out when it made sense. I was getting that phrase from Step Brothers. What? Did we just become best friends? This is a person I think that maybe they had a lot of, I feel like they had a lot of admiration for you, but viewed you as a competition. You challenged this person without even knowing to level up. And because you challenged them so much to level up, they held admiration and animosity toward you. And because of that, and the conflicting feelings that were in this person about you, they may have caused you some grief in your life. But now things are starting to, oh my, so many cards. Things are starting to shift. they're having like this awakening, this aha moment where they see you differently. They understand that you were never competing with them to begin with. We have, okay, that makes sense. Power struggle, ego versus heart. And then we have game over. This person, and it could either be platonic or romantic, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be platonic. These are associates, colleagues, friends, family, but some it might be romantic. They were struggling with their own personal pride and ego and how they felt, and not allowing themselves to move forward in like a friendly connection with you. But Spirit's now saying it's game over. The games are done. They're being shown by Spirit that they need to end the games when it comes to you. They're no longer allowed to play in your energy, to manipulate your feelings, and to mess with your heart chakra. Like, this is a big deal. Game over. Spirit's like, don't mess with my collective. You've gone on long enough, and we've stood by long enough and watched you play your games with them. We're going to lift the veil and show you what you've been missing this whole time. And now they see, oh, they were never competing with me. They were never trying to make me look foolish. They were never trying to take my job or steal my man or, whatever it is. They were just being them, and I like them. Why am I being so harsh and so cold to them? I want to be their friend. And you're going to find out that there's probably there's more in common with this person than there isn't. Like, you guys are going to be two peas in a pod. Divine Flower, number 3. Divine Flower. Number 74. It's okay to start over and over and over again. Rebirth, reinvent, rise. What I'm getting is that Spirit's asking you to extend grace to this individual. Do not let your pride stand in the way of this potentially beautiful connection. It's okay to start over, especially if someone is seeing the error of their way and are deliberately and intentionally putting forth a good foot and trying to do better. And I know sometimes people have been commenting on videos of mine, where they'll ask some pretty serious questions in regards to domestic violence and abuse and stuff of that nature, which I'd be glad to go into like a video of its own about stuff of that nature, or even talk privately via message if someone really needed advice. But these messages, like the message I'm giving right now, it's a case-by-case situation. If someone has done something completely insidious against you that cannot be tolerated or forgiven, maybe it can be forgiven, but you don't want to reconnect with them, you have to use your own discernment. You know best your situation. This is for, generally speaking, for the collective, of situations where there's been poor communication, or someone slandered you, or spread rumors in regards to you, or just gave you a lot of like difficult times because of their jealousy or because of their need to one-up you. That is what this is about. I just want to make that clear. that if it goes deeper than that and there's like physical altercations or anything of that nature that has happened or transpired, I don't know your personal situation because this is a collective reading. All I can say is use discernment and go with your gut instinct on this. But for the majority of the collective, that this is a very general, like, altercation, like, not physical, but like verbal, or like just not seeing eye to eye. They're saying to extend this person grace, because we're only human. And this person's working through their ego. And they're learning that they misjudged you. And it's okay to start over again, because they're saying that this relationship with this person is going to be beautiful. It's going to be one of your closest friendships or partnerships in business. Anything else, Spirit? We have balance your emotions, and justice is coming. Yeah, there's like a need for you to be very balanced right now and not being overly emotional with this message coming through. Whether that emotion is towards elation or towards anger, either way, you want to keep yourself very neutral. Because there's something here about justice coming through for you. And I do believe that it's connected to this situation. This card's number 14, by the way, and this is number 11. Something's coming through that's going to even the playing field. And I say those words, I'm given those words because of the game over. You're going to be receiving justice, despite what this person has said or done. It's almost this feeling of right when you finally get to see someone for who they truly are and understand the motives, and your heart opens up and you feel like this connection and this, I get it now. I forgive you. I understand why you did what you did, and you form this connection. Something's going to happen where justice is going to come down on them. And I'm getting, you reap what you sow. It's kind of like a bittersweet. It's like the justice you deserve, but I don't know. Then we have be grateful, count your blessings. They outnumber your downfalls. Spirit just wants you to maintain a grateful heart, knowing that everything is done in due time, the way it's supposed to play out, exactly the way it's supposed to play out for your highest good, and to maintain a grateful heart. Christ consciousness works through the heart. All messages on this frequency come from divine. And then we have dharma or karma. I feel like that speaks for itself. If you are working through your heart and you're doing things from a place of love, and you've never had any kind of skewed way of approaching people or situations, and you never, approached a relationship, this particular relationship, with any kind of manipulation or a game that you were going to play on them. You always came from a place of love and compassion. That's going to be very much seen now. And this is your dharma and this is their karma. That's what I'm getting. This is your dharma and this is their karma. I have one more card that just flew out, and I think I'm going to start wrapping it up because I'm losing steam now. But this says, what gives, question mark, you. You've always been a very giving soul. You've always tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. You've always led from the heart and done right by others. So whatever has been happening to you because of some kind of fabricated storyline or situation behind the scenes that was made up about you is going to be reconciled. And karma is going to be dished out. Justice is going to be served. That may be the good news, but it might make you emotional. Bottom of the deck. I'm learning my lessons now. They're learning. Again, I don't even know if you even realize this is happening. Some of you might. Some of you intuitively might feel that something off is happening. But they're learning their lessons now. What gives you? What gives? You gave too much maybe to an individual and they took it for granted. Be grateful, count your blessings. What gives you? I really feel like, as generally speaking, as a whole, if you have been moving from a place of love and compassion, justice is going to be weighed in your favor. And good dharma and karma will be presented to you. Your dharma is playing out. What is supposed to happen is going to happen. And for those that have been playing on the other side of it, have been working through their ego, and have been spiteful and not working through love and compassion, karma will be served. Justice will be served. I really don't like when these messages get so dark. It feels yucky. But I feel like that might be the empath in me, because I just feel bad for the people that are going to be suffering from their own karma. But that's just me being empathetic, I suppose. What goes around comes around. And we have speak your truth. So speak your truth. When all this happens and you receive this information or this message and things are presented to you about something that has happened in regards to you, you're going to be asked to speak up and to tell your side of the story. And you may be reluctant to speak out because you don't want to seem like you're coming off like you're gossiping. You don't want to like throw anyone under the bus. You don't want anyone to get in any trouble. You're not gossiping if it's truth and if it's about you. You are your biggest advocate. You have to protect yourself. So when you're being asked to speak up and to tell the truth, you need to speak up. Speak your truth. Let them know your side of the story, what you've gone through and how it made you feel. Because speaking your truth is a huge part of you receiving your justice. Let's see if there's anything else. And then I also channeled audibly, surprise, you're on candid camera. So for some of you, I feel like this is something that has been viewed and watched over by people in your community or people that are closest to you. Kind of have the know, like they know this has been going on. Surprise, you're on candid camera. You're gonna probably be quite surprised to know that there's people that have been seeing this happen. And they've been watching. And they may be the people bringing you the news. because they can't stand by and watch no more. They realize that it's wrong. You can't just watch this. This is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. We must say something to collective. But while they've been watching, they also have all the details. They see everything playing out. They know both sides. It's like a TV show almost to them. It's entertainment to one extent, but they also have the solid facts to prove that you haven't done anything wrong, that you've been very much in your own lane, taking care of your business, and you haven't been causing problems for anyone else. You've been staying focused on yourself. So they can vouch for that because they have been watching. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope this helped you guys. I hope for some of you in this collective, this makes sense. And you'll know if this reading is for you or not. Because not all collective readings are for everyone that watches this video. If it doesn't make sense to you, then it's not your reading. It's for specific people. But hopefully it did reach the right people. If it did make sense, you did resonate, and it absolutely makes 100% sense to you, please comment below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with people that you feel that this might help. And I will try again tomorrow to do my love reading, which typically I would do today. But because I'm behind a little bit on my schedule, I'm going to try to just do like my love reading tomorrow and then my weekend energy on Friday. But anyways, that is your reading, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.